This is Mr. Warden. Because there's a whole lot of points that you have to deal with these rotations, and especially when you start dealing with centers of rotation that are not around the origin, I decided I would make it simply a line segment for the practice. So you only have to deal with 2 points that you are rotating. And so what I want you to do is use a center of rotation at 4,8 right here. This is the center of rotation at 4,8. And you're going to rotate this object, which is just a line segment, from 8,9 to 14,11. You're going to rotate it first 180 degrees around that center, 90 degrees clockwise, and then 90 degrees counterclockwise around 4,8. So you should pause the video and see if you can come up with what 14,1 and 8,9 are going to become when they rotate 180 degrees around 4,8. I'm going to assume you've paused the video and you are ready to see what I came up with. So I've just copied those 2 points. I'm going to give it a different color so that we can distinguish what I'm doing. Make it blue. Okay. And let me scroll up a little bit. And actually, I'll go ahead and give it labels. And here's what I'm going to do. As before, I'm rotating 180 degrees. So all I need to do is start with 4 plus, and then I'm going to say 14 minus 4, because that is going to be the change in the x between here and here. And then I'm going to say 1 is going to be, I'm going to start with 8 plus 1 minus 8. Now, that's not going to be the 180 degree rotation. That actually gets me right back to where I started from. I'm going to do this with the other part as well, and then I'm going to come back and do the rotation. So I'm just doing the setup right now. So 4 plus, in parentheses, 8 minus 4, that's the change in x, and then 8 plus, in parentheses, 9 minus 8. Okay, so that is just right where I am. In fact, that's a 360 degree rotation. But we want a 180 degree rotation. So instead of adding those differences, we're going to subtract the differences. Each one is going to get subtracted like that. Okay. Minus and minus. Now I have rotated that. I will go ahead and give it a line segment like that. And there we have rotated this line segment 180 degrees around 4,8. Now let's go ahead and try to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So you should go ahead and see if you can come up with what the points are. So the points I ended up with, once I clean all this up, on that last one were 0, 7, 8, 9 became 0, 7. Okay, instead of to the right for up 1, now it's to the left. So from 4 to 8, yeah, so now it's to the left 4 at 0 and down 1 at 7. And this other point, instead of being to the right 6 and down 7, now it's to the left 14, yeah, from 4 to hang on a second. Let me just double check this. So I'm tricking myself. From 4 to 14 is 10. I apologize. Now it's going to be to the left 10. From 4 to negative 6 is 10. And then instead of from 8 to 1, which is down 7, now it should be from 8 to 15, which is up 7. So we've just changed, right, the right distance became the left distance, the up or down distance became the down or up distance. Okay, so now we're going to do 90 degrees clockwise. Give it a try, see if you can make that work. And I'm going to assume you have and you're ready to see what I came up with. So I'm copying my original 2 points just as a reference point, and I'm going to use 4 and 8. It's going to be 4 plus and 8 minus, since I'm rotating clockwise. I'm going to be doing this all in stages, 4 plus and 8 minus. And now I've got to deal with the differences. So it's not 14 that I want here. What I want is actually plus 1. Let's see. That's the 14, point. So what I want is the change in the y. So I'm adding the change in the y. So that's 1 minus 9. So 1 minus 9 is the change in the y. And over here, it's going to be 8 minus the change in the x. So that's going to be 14 minus 4. Let's deal with this next one over here. So that's going to be, that's 8 and 9. So I'm going to switch that to 9 and 8. And that's going to be the change in the y from 9 to 8. So 9 minus 8. And over here, I'm subtracting the change in the x, which is going to be 8 minus 4. And let's see if I got those points plotted. Something is wrong in how I have set this up. So let me see. Desmos is objecting to something about my points. Let's go through here. 4 plus 1 minus 9, comma, 8 minus, here it is. And then I've got 4 minus, I've got some sort of extra parentheses here happening. There we go. I have rotated that. That was the issue. There was an extra parentheses, and Desmos gets mad at you when you do that. So there I have my 90-degree clockwise rotation. So instead of 4 to the right, now I'm going to be 4 down. Let me turn the numbers on there. So from a center of rotation of 4, 8, I am now going to be 4 down from 8 to 4. And instead of 1 up, I'm 1 to the right. 5 is 1 to the right of 4. And here at negative 4, 2, instead of being 10 to the right, now I am 10 down. From 8 to negative 2 is 10 down. And instead of being 7 down, I am now 7 to the, let's see, is that 7 to the right? Hang on. That's 1 to here. Let me double check that. I think I may have a slight error on this one. Let me see here. So I am doing 8 minus 4. That's the change in the x. And 9 minus 8. That seems right. And 4, 8 is my point. So let's see here. Oh, it's the 14 that I'm looking at. Oh, hang on. That should be 8. 1 minus 8. Now I'm in the right place. So that's one of the reasons we double check. So from 4, 8 to 14, 1 is 10 to the right and 7 down. From 4, 8 to negative 3, negative 2 is 7 to the left and 10 down. So it was the 7 that helped me catch that. Now I'm going to copy this for our next one. What I'd like you to do is go ahead and come up with a rotation that's 90 degrees clockwise around 4, 8. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and give this the line it needs. Okay. Still not enough room to work with, so hang on. Let me get myself some room. There we go. And now it's a line segment. Let's also give it a different color. Let's make it orange. And now we'll do the last one. So go ahead and if you haven't paused the video before you worked it out, pause the video. And I'm going to then assume you have paused the video, and let's do this. So I'm just copying what I just did, and all I have to do is change. So I'm still using 4, 8 as my reference point. And instead of adding the change in the y, I'm going to subtract the change in the y from 4. Instead of subtracting the change in the x, I will add the change of the x. Okay, and once again, subtracting the change in the y from x and adding the change in the x to the y. I'm going to change the color and give it a line. So let's give it a line and let's make this one green. There we go. We have rotated 90 degrees around the point 48 with this line in a counterclockwise direction. So let's check all our points. So this point should be 10 up and 7 to the right, because this is 10 down and 7 to the right. I'm sorry, hang on. This should be 10 to the right, and let me double check this. So we're here at 4-8. So this point should be 1 to the left and 4 up. So from 4-8 to 3-12 is 1 to the left and 4 up. That's good. This point from 4-8 to 11-18 is 7 to the right. This is 7. Let's see. And this one is originally from 4-8 to 14-01 is 7 down and 10 to the right. So this should be 7 to the right and 10 up. So, and it is 8 to 18 is 10 up. And 11 is 7 to the right. All right, I hope that was helpful. And there you go.